Okay, good afternoon, you bunch of beautiful people. I'm going to show you this. I want to try and clear something up. That's the idea. Clear something up. Okay. This is my very original, first ever diesel heater that I bought. Can't remember how much it cost. About the same as what they are now, I think. I fitted in this tank. I bought this case, whatever, and I had to modify the base. I did have a tank fitted. I'm going to take that off. Don't need that. And I modified this to go through the wall, and what this does, this heats my gym, and it's been doing it now for close on 5 years. Have I repaired it a couple of times? Yes, I had a heater plug and an atomizer, and that is about it. Apart from the power supply, I fitted a new power supply. I think I might need a new one as the fan's starting to squeak. So I just want to clear something up though. I've had this 5 years. I know how they work. I didn't say I'm an expert, but I do know how they work. All right. That's number one. Number two, I own another one, which is, I own quite a few actually. This is another one that came out. They're just like these diesel heaters. This is Helcori or Helcori, whatever you want to call it. And this is the freestanding one. They are absolutely first class. They do work exceptionally well. There's a few things you have to look out for, in the fact that maybe they're not tight inside certain things. Maybe the exhaust isn't that tight, and you do have to put it together yourself. And the other thing which I found, which is a little bit awkward, is that tank, which is fine. It fits perfect. Takes a little bit of fitting. Screws don't line up perfectly, but it does all right. You fill it full of fuel, it tips over. Be careful. Okay, it will tip over, and then you'll have fuel everywhere. Right, I have another one just outside here, which I've bought for my lad for a birthday present. Not done that yet. That's still in the box. So that's number one. Number two, I have another one in my van. Number three, I have another one at the woods, which heats up the cabin. That's number four. And this is number five. And this is the one I want to talk about. This one has done nothing but give me trouble since the day I bought it. And I've had a lot of people giving me messages saying, you've done this wrong, you've done that wrong, you shouldn't have done that. I haven't done anything. I'm going to strip it, I'm going to show you, okay? I did a video on this before, and I got a lot of stick saying, you overfueled it. You did this, I didn't do anything. This is a 2 kilowatt, and I think it was built on a Friday when they wanted to go home. Hold on, let's just get that in there. Okay. Zoom in. Come on, camera. There you go. Okay. Fuel. And we know what it's all. We know the diesel. We know all this. 2 kilowatt. I bought this brand new, and from the day that I bought it, it bloody failed. Okay. I didn't do anything wrong. I want to prove a point that I've had 5 of these buggers, and this one has been an absolute nightmare. And all it kept doing was fogging up with white smoke and backfiring. Now, just to prove a point, I changed the plug and the atomizer. I changed the pump. Here's the old, nothing wrong with it. You can see that, absolutely nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Okay. I had one of these which broke on that pump I just showed you, which is running at the moment. It's had a huge crack right in the end there, and replaced that, and it's worked perfect ever since. And just to prove another point, hold on 1 second, let me zoom back out, sorry about that. I'm holding the camera as well. As regards spare parts and how I try to get this thing to work, so here we go. Spare computer didn't work. Okay, 1 sec. Spare control panel and fob didn't work, because you have to buy them both together. I've got a video coming up on that. You can't just buy, I don't think you can buy just these together. They will work with an original, but they still need setting up properly. You have to buy the control panel, the fob and the computer together if you're going to put a new one in the machine, which I'm going to do. Not today, I just want to prove something to you. So there we go, all these spare parts I have, because I have 5 of these machines. Okay, a load more on the floor there, which is the cables, the pipes, the leads. That's my battery. That's another box with stuff in. I've got a whole bag full of stuff as well. Okay, I've even bought, so passionate I am about these, I even bought an extra control panel for this because it kept falling off. It was nothing to do with it, it's just the actual lead on there, that's it. So I'm going to have to glue this one on. Alright, so now we're going to take this apart completely and I want to show you what's inside. If you find the video a little bit boring or a little bit you can't be bothered with it, just wind forward, that's all you have to do. So to take it apart, we just take the outer casing off, unscrew the front of the fan, that's it, that's done. That's easy. I'll flip that over and I can put parts in it. Alright, so I'll put the fan cover in there. Next I will get to the computer. I've already done the Allen key just to save time. So there's a little tiny Allen key on top of the computer, holds the board in. I will be replacing this. I haven't got one, I've got one on order. Okay, because I think it's the only thing left to do. So if you flip this over, a lot of people want to know about the wiring. Okay, so let me just turn him around. The wiring on this is pretty straightforward. So you've got one here which has got 3 holes in it. 3, just try and make it as simple as possible, but you've only got 2 wires, so the 2 wires will go on there. So this is the 3-pin but only 2 wires in it, and that fits beautifully on there like that. Okay, take that off. On this side we have a 4-pin plug, so, and underneath is a 4-pin plug, and then this one is a 3-pin plug I believe, but we've only got 2, but the 2 on the outside, so you can't go wrong. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward. And then this computer will then come out, and I'm going to replace this one with another one when it comes. All right, so we'll put him to one side in the box. Right, now that's that bit. The next bit is, whoops, taking this out of the whole unit, and that's pretty straightforward. Just lift it up. Okay, a little bit of squeezing. And out she comes, and we'll put that on the floor, out the way. Alright, next I am going to take off the heater plug. Now you can see I've already done this, because I got so wrapped off with this not working properly. People say, oh, you've done this, you've done that. I've done nothing wrong, okay? I tried it. So just gently squeeze. This is a silicone cap away, and then you're going to need another plug to undo it. But for convenience sake, I've already undone it for us. I'll show you the plug. Here we go. I got this from Amazon and I cut a groove in it. Alright, so that goes over the wires like so. So you straighten them up. That goes over the wires, over that like that, over your plug, and then you can turn it and undo it. You only have to crack it a bit and then it comes undone. So we're going to undo that. Okay. I'll put him to one side as well in the box. And you can see there is nothing wrong with that. Perfect. I'll actually put him in there. Right, so next job is we're going to take this cover off. So arm yourself with a good, we call them Allen keys in the UK. Someone in America said you got it wrong. I said, do I? Have I? I don't know. Now, I did take this apart before and clean it, and when I tried it again afterwards, I still got the same problem with it smoking and backfiring it, and I just went, that's enough. Because I had to take this out of my van. I'd actually fitted this in my van beautifully using a turret, and it just wouldn't go, and I thought, I can't deal with this anymore. Now, whether, like I said, it was a Friday build and someone so I bought, someone didn't like the idea and they want to go, oh, really? I do not know, but anyway. So you got your 4 Allen keys, screws, nuts, whatever you want to call them, bolts. I'll get on with them and get you back in a sec. Okay, all 4 are off. In there. And here we go. Now, someone did say to me, they said they saw me take it apart and the fan and whatnot, and he said the distance was, and I haven't got a clue what you were talking about, so I couldn't reply to it because I didn't know what he was talking about. Anyway, but that looks clean, tidy, there's no noise, there's nothing, it runs beautifully. There we go. So that's the fan, which is this is the bit then that forces the air over your, no, it forces the air into your combustion chamber, which then gives you that you can hear the furnace go. Alright, and this is the other one. This is the fan at the front that forces the air over your unit, which then pumps the air will come out through the other side. Right, so gaskets, good nick, because I replaced them. I bought a new gasket set, so I'm just going to leave that intact like that. Now we're going to tattle these 3 down the bottom there. Alright, because it's a bit of a long way, I'm just going to put this on the end of there, and then we just turn it, and that just breaks the nuts for you. Not breaks them physically, but just undoes them so we can get to them. A bit of a hack for you. Okie dokie, all. Oh, I'm going to have to remove that gasket. I hope I don't bust it. Hold on, so I get this gasket. Okay, so don't call me tight or flint or anything. I'll tight, whatever. But I've already bought a full gasket set for this, so I've saved it anyway. So that's coming off. I don't care where he says, that's coming off, right? Next is they're going to take out the burn chamber, and this rubber comes with it as well, which is a good guide anyway. So, and the whole lot comes out. Now, the last time I took this apart, it was absolutely horrendous. Come on, look at that. So what the hell is wrong with this burner? This is clean as a bloody whistle, look. So I'm trying to prove a point here that, you know, oh, you did something wrong. No, I bloody well didn't. This is a bloody Friday build. The chamber, look. Tiny speck. Nothing. There's nothing. It's clean. Alright. I'm sticking this back together because there's nothing I can do to that. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. So if this is the main compartment, this is it, and then this is your burn chamber, and this is your furnace. Alright, this is all governed by that bloody computer. So if there's anything wrong, it's got to be the computer that's at fault. You know? Look, see, you can tell. Brand new gasket. That is as clean as a ruddy whistle. Clean as a whistle. Right, this is all going back together. Like I said, if you find the video boring, you can always just click off it or whatever you want to do. Hold on, let me just get this like this. Bang the rubber forward. It's quite good because it's a good guide, that is. And then that fits in. And then it's all back in place. Okay. Right, we'll drop these 3 screws back in. I find these really interesting. I mean, you know, I know the video might be a bit long-winded, but it is fun. If anybody knows what else it could be, I mean, I'll ask you a question now. Hold on 1 second. Let me just get this in. Let me just tighten these up. So you don't want to cross them. Make sure you get them in all even. I don't fully tighten each one down as I'm going down. I'll just do it till it just grips each one, and then I'll do a final tighten. As you can see, the burn chamber was absolutely immaculate. I did it all. I cleaned it all. It was horrendous when I took it apart, and I put it all back together again, and it did exactly the same thing again. It just smoked like a bugger. Smoked like a bloody steam train. It did, honestly. Steam train. I quite like steam trains, actually. When I was a kid, we used to watch them. They were great fun. Very powerful. I used to be a steam train. Okay. Don't overdo mad, and it's just enough. There we go. So the other thing I'm looking at is this. Now I did take this out. Is this a thermostat? Is it a heat control unit? I'm not too sure what that is. I know it must have something to do with the unit, but I can't see how that can control when you first fire this up that it smokes like hell, because there's no way that's even got warm. And that's a temperature. Is that a thermostat or a temperature gauge or something? So I think it's to do with the computer and its thermostat, and it'll control your heat. Anyway, there you go. So, and inside here, if you can see that, can you see that? Look at that. That is immaculate. I cleaned that, put a new one in there. Okay, atomizer screen. I've watched some people have trouble getting these out. If you use a good bolt, you can just gently and pull them out. There you go, without damaging it. That is clean as a whistle, look. Little bit there, that's nothing. So he goes back in. Just pop him in, like so. And like I said, you can use an Allen key or something similar. You shouldn't need much pressure, and just push him in. And he'll stop. There you go. That's as far as he goes, and he stops in there. All right. Next is we're going to put in the heater plug. Just gently turn him in, and then I'm going to lock him into place. And I will tighten this up, and I'll use the bolt that I used originally. So there we go. Try not to slip, because you will break the poor slip on the top. You will break that. Okay, and then gently slide him down like so, and then he tucks in as well. Okay, so you want to make sure he's down flush inside. Okay, that seals this burn chamber as well. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to reuse the old gasket. Oh, don't do this. I'm going to. If you hear some noise in the background, it's okay. It's just my lad come to do some training. So we're going to line him up. So, of course, you can't go wrong fitting this back on again, because it'll only go on one way round, which is like so. But you've got to get the gasket right. So it's quite straightforward to do. And then we locate the nuts again, and just gently, just don't force them in. Once you get the gasket lined up, they should just pinch down then. All right, so I'll put these in. Okay, so when you tighten these up, I'll just go from corner to corner, just gently, and then we'll do a final tweak on them. Because I don't want to really throw this away. I mean, it's only a 2 kilowatt, which is it's a perfect size to have in a very small garage or your shed or something. So I'd like to get it working. So if there's any comments, please leave in the description down below on anything else you think it could be, because I've tried everything. The only thing left, like I said, is the computer, which is on order, and somehow I've got to find a way of mounting this now, because I used the old case and I threw it away. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to pop it back in the case, straightforward, same as what you did. Just squeeze him in, and down he goes. I haven't got the rubber for the bottom of this, by the way. I don't know where that's went. I'll probably have to order one. You want to make sure that the fan spins freely, like so. And then you want to put the computer back on. The trouble is with that, hold on, you have to hold all this, move all this out of the way. I can't, I'm not going to put the computer back on because I'm waiting for the new one to come. So I'm just going to leave it as like it is at the moment. That's it. If you want to see part 2, please subscribe to the channel if you wish. If not, just don't. Do what you want. I just want to prove a point that this has been a bad one from the day I bought it, and that's all I'm going to say is, so people said, oh, you've done this, I've done nothing wrong. I've showed you inside, I cleaned it, I put the new gasket set on, I put plugs and everything in it. I just wanted to prove a point by taking it apart, taking it inside and having a look. I've done that. If anybody else has got any more suggestions, please leave them in the comment down below. All the best, take care, see you in part 2, see if this thing will bloody fire up eventually.